Oh, it is 7:32 on a Friday morning. Gene, we made it to Friday.
Yeah, we did.
I got all confused. I didn't know who you were. Just saw that guy
it depends on who you want me to be just at that moment.
Oh, boy, I've been there. You must be married, too. So how's it going? You ready for the weekend?
Whether I'm ready or not,
it's going to be right on your lap.
You know the answer, and that is it's going to be here.
Yeah, whether you like it or not.
But we've got some good stuff coming up this weekend, and, of course, we got high school football.
Tonight, yeah, a few guys. And poor old Brawley, I got calls from people in Brawley that were all confused. Doesn't Brawley play on Fridays anymore? And I said, well, that's only one game. They get all upset that Brawley won, by the way.
Okay.
So it was they had good news. They just didn't want to accept it.
Yeah.
But anyway, there's a few of them that were just very determined to complain about Brawley playing on Thursdays.
But it worked.
It worked. I mean, it's working for everybody. I mean, I think they're dividing them pretty equally. Everybody's getting a shot at Thursdays.
Yeah, I mean, it's with our shortage of officials.
Yeah,
we have to do something. So
exactly, and I think we're doing it right. Everything is going as far as I knew, it was smoothly. Yeah.
Yeah, if it's not going smoothly, they're sure making it look that way.
That's right. They're good fakers, and that's just as good sometimes.
Yeah.
We got some birthdays. Got a bunch of birthdays.
Jump into those birthdays.
Got a bunch of birthdays. Big one. Joyce Randolph. Do you remember her?
Joyce Randolph. No, I do not.
Yeah, she with the Honeymooners.
Oh, the Honeymooners. I do know. Okay, Joyce.
Ed Cramden's wife, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Anyway, she's 98 years old today.
I'll be darned.
Manfred Mann, you've heard of him.
Yeah, I have.
He had an Earth band, He's 82 today. Guitarist Steve Cropper, Booker T and the MGs. He's 81. We got a lot of good ones today. Elvin Bishop is 80 years old today. Yeah. Judy Shineland. You ever watch Judge Judy?
Yes.
You ever say, gosh, she looks old? She's 80 years old. And actor, as closer with it I get, that doesn't look so old anymore. Everett McGill of Twin Peaks is 77. Trumpeter Lee Loughnane of Chicago, he's 76. They had a whole brass section in Chicago.
Oh, they did.
They did. One of the not the originals. The Buckinghams were the originals with the brass section. They recorded in the early 60s.
The Buckinghams, kind of a drag
with their horns.
Mm-hmm.
The Bold and the Beautiful. I don't think I ever watched that, but Dick Christie was in that. He's 74. Guitarist Steve Lukather of Toto is 65. Ken Watanabe of Letters from Iwo Jima and The Last Samurai, he's 63. Melora Walters, TV's Big Love and the films of The Butterfly Effect, is 62. I didn't see either one of those. Jeremy Miller of Growing Pains is 46. He was the little kid in that show. But he's not so little anymore. Actor Will Estes of American Dreams is 44. Michael McMillan of True Blood, one of my favorite TV shows, he is 44 today. Charlotte Sullivan of Rookie Blue is 39. Glenn Powell of Hidden Figures is 34. That's the big shots. We got an equally long list of local people. They're coming up next.
What if the music stopped? If the familiar voices were silenced? If there were no breaking news updates? What if your companion and connection to your community came with a monthly fee? Don't worry, we're free local radio with you wherever you go, celebrating 100 years and looking forward to the next 100. We are broadcasters. Text radio to 52886 and let Congress know you depend on your local TV and radio stations. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
Happy birthday this morning to a long list of people, including Teresa Sanchez, Martha Palacios, Greg Arthur, Sam Flores, Janet Thornburg, Vicky Cheatham, Steffi Ortega, Adriana Ruiz, Natalie Torres, Daniel Sanchez, Carlos Del Riego, Mary Lou Aguilar, Shannon Zambrano, George Valencia Sr., Bill Loggins, Damian Flores, Denise Early, Humberto Sotelo, Jacob Acuna, Jaden Ramirez, Catriana Seanes, Keitha Phillips, I told you it was a long list, Carrie Van Beber, Mary Lou Manning, Patricia Mendeville, Randy Rutten, Nathan Figueroa, and the twins, Andrea and Caroline Crosby. Happy birthday to one and all. A couple of wedding anniversaries today. Juan and Rosie Silva, Manuel and Ana Vasquez. Happy anniversary to you guys.
This is George Marquez. I am running for district attorney. I was raised in the Imperial Valley, and I am currently raising my own family here. I am the experienced candidate, and I have worked both as a prosecutor and defense. I know how both sides think. I am the candidate with a solid law enforcement backing. I will be aggressive in prosecuting serious, violent, and repeat offenders, and I will implement crime prevention strategies. I will use my experience to protect our families. Please vote for me, George Marquez. Paid for by the committee to elect George Marquez for district attorney 2022.
And it is time for the World and California News Headlines, brought to you by Locke Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal. Locke, your year-round comfort specialist. They are.
CBS News Brief. Former Trump aide Steve Bannon is getting sentenced right now for defying the January 6th committee subpoena. On his way into court, he said,
I want to thank all you guys for coming. Remember, this illegitimate regime, their judgment day is on 8 November when the Biden administration ends.
Bannon could face jail time. Russia has upped its attacks on Ukraine using Iranian drones and planting mines in a dam in Kherson. Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin just spoke with the Russian Minister of Defense. He stressed how important it is to keep communication open amid the ongoing war. If Elon Musk buys Twitter, there are reports he said he would get rid of 75% of the staff.
It's clear that Elon Musk wants to significantly reduce the number of people who are managing Twitter, but the company itself appears on the path to have major cuts with or without him.
CNET's Ian Schur, CBS News Brief. I'm Stacey Lynn.
Become a Locke Air Conditioning VIP customer and get special pricing on cooling and heating tune-ups all year long. Call today to become a Locke Air Conditioning VIP customer at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Locke VIPs receive discounted service and maintenance, discounted repairs, and priority service with prompt service. Locke Air Conditioning is your local York dealer, but they repair it all. So when the need arises, don't hesitate to call Locke Air Conditioning at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Locke, the only name in air conditioning for over 40 years. York, install with confidence. Contractor's license number 696216.
California headline news. A man accused of covering up the murder of a Merced family enters a not guilty plea. Alberto Salgado in court Thursday, charged with helping his brother Jesus with the kidnapping and killing of a man, woman, their 8-month-old baby, and the baby's uncle. The victim's family attended the court hearing.
It's going through our all hearts like somebody's stabbing us again. And family's already going through the trauma.
Salgado due back in court in December after pleading not guilty. Dozens of pilots reporting UFOs across the Pacific Ocean over the past couple of months. Former military fighter pilot Mark Halsey saying he saw as many as 7 mysterious objects while flying a private jet off the coast of Los Angeles.
It's going to baffle me until probably the day I die, because I don't know what it was. Not me, especially as a tactical jet pilot. I want to know.
Last year, the Defense Department launched a group test with finding and identifying UFOs in restricted airspace. Gas prices in the state dropping another 5 cents overnight to an average of $5.83 a gallon, down 32 cents in the past week. Jeff Scott, California News.
And the World and California News Headlines brought to you this morning by Locke Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal. For repair and or replacement, call the experts. Locke Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal. They'll be right on it. We'll have local news coming up next.
The Heritage Racing Series returns to the Imperial Valley Friday, October 21st and Saturday, October 22nd. There will be V8 non-wing sprint cars, Southwest Lightning Sprints, and ever popular Heritage Sport Compacts. Flying high on the Imperial Valley Raceway at the Fairgrounds in Imperial. Buy your tickets online or text 760-606-5776 now and save $2 per ticket. Visit heritageracingseries.com for more information. You don't want to miss any of the thrills, chills, and excitement of the Heritage Fall Classic at the Imperial Valley Raceway at the Fairgrounds in Imperial. Presented by KXO AM 1230 and FM 107.5 and by the Wingate Company.
And it's page one of the local news, a service of El Centro Motors Quick Lane Tire and Auto Service, with 3 locations to serve you at the El Centro Motors in Brawley, at the Auto Center at Highway 86 and Julia Drive, and at the Imperial Valley Mall. With page one of the local news, here's Gene Brister.
Taking a look at the latest in local news for a Friday morning, they're cleaning up things in Brawley. George Gale explains.
The Brawley 2022 fall cleanup is tomorrow, Saturday. For admittance, you have to bring a current City of Brawley water bill and a valid ID with the name matching the water bill. It's all presented by the City of Brawley and Republic Services. It will be tomorrow from 7 a.m. until 2 p.m. The location is Brawley Municipal Airport at 948 Ken Bemis Drive in Brawley. Call Republic Services if you need any more details. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
El Centro police are investigating a Thursday night fatal accident. The accident involving a motorcycle and another vehicle occurred at about 7 p.m. on South 4th Street by Winsley Avenue. One individual was pronounced dead at the scene, and the other individual was transported to El Centro Regional Medical Center for treatment of injuries. No other information is available as the accident remains under investigation. KXO News Time 7:44.
Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers have the best price on name brand tires, guaranteed. We're talking the finest names in tires: Michelin, Pirelli, Dunlap, Bridgestone, Continental, and more. Check the prices, then talk to your Quick Lane service advisor. He will give you the best price, guaranteed. Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. They service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment. Quick Lane at El Centro Motors, in the Brawley Auto Center, and now at the Imperial Valley Mall.
In other local news, active COVID cases decrease. Here's more in that story.
Updated COVID numbers were released Thursday morning. Numbers are provided by the County Public Health Department. According to the new numbers, there are currently 165 active cases of COVID-19 in Imperial County. That's down from the 201 cases reported on Tuesday. New COVID-19 tier metrics for Imperial County indicate new cases per day per 100,000 population, now at 11.30, with a positivity rate of 17.2%. Deaths attributed to the virus remain at 956. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
Brawley Chamber announces the Grand Marshal. It is for the 66th annual Brawley Cattle Call Parade. The parade this year will be held November the 12th, beginning at 9 a.m. The Chamber of Commerce for Greater Brawley announced the Grand Marshal for the 2022 event will be the 1972 Babe Ruth Baseball All-Star Team. The 1972 team won the Southern California Championship and the Regional State Championship against all Western sections of the U.S., an achievement not equaled by any Babe Ruth All-Star team from Imperial County. The team was comprised of players from Calipatria, Holtville, Calexico, and Brawley. The team was coached by Robert Walk and John Diaz. That concludes this edition of Local News. Stay with us for Page 2.
Page 1 of the Local News has been a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers with 3 locations to serve you. Quick Lane services all makes and models, and you will never need an appointment.
Follow all the action of Friday Night Football on KXO AM 1230. Join me and John Driffel as we bring you the best weekly matchup featuring the Southwest Eagles or the Central Spartans. High school football is live on AM 1230 and on the KXO YouTube channel. It's brought to you by
McNeese Mart at Dogwood and Main in El Centro, La Fonda Bar and Grill, and the Imperial Valley College.
And page 2 of the local news brought to you by Imperial Valley Food Bank, fighting hunger in Imperial County since 1991. With page 2 of the local news, here's Gene.
In other local news, the Pioneer Museum Lecture Series continues. Here's more on that story.
It is the Pioneers Museum Lecture Series. It offers a lecture every month. The next lecture will be October 28th at 6 p.m. Lectures are at the museum and feature a lecture about Imperial Valley's local community. This month's speaker will be Dr. Kimberly Kwan Hubbernett. The doctor grew up in Imperial Valley and is the daughter of local dentist Dr. William Kwan and sister of residing Judge William Derrick Kwan. She will be discussing her life in the valley as a Chinese American, survival as a widow, and trying to learn to survive in the wilderness mentally and physically. Her inspiring message is checking things off your bucket list. Live, love, survive. She will also be reading an excerpt from her new book, Grid. Reservations are needed to attend the lecture. Contact Pioneers Museum for details on those reservations. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
And finally, in other local news, media advisory, 2 Imperial Valley College student clubs will be holding a candidates forum on the campus from 4 to 6 p.m. Friday. Sponsoring groups are the A2 Men and LGBTQ plus clubs. Candidates for the House of Representatives, Imperial County Board of Supervisors, Imperial Valley College Board of Trustees, and Imperial County District Attorney have been invited. The forum will be in room 2734, the lecture hall in the 2700 building in the north side of the campus. Questions for the forum may be submitted by the community, and you can do that until 11:59 p.m. Well, actually, that deadline has passed. Following the success of Spring Candidates Forum, the Fall Candidates Forum is another opportunity for the community involvement and access to candidates for the crucial election season. Storm damage to El Centro Clinic. George Gale filed this story.
The Veterans Clinic at El Centro is not accepting in-person visits. The Veterans Administration sent an email stating the clinic had suffered significant damage in the storm last Saturday. They have closed the clinic to in-person visits until further notice. Until the damage is repaired, all veterans in the Veterans Clinic will be conducting all business over the phone, including doctor visits. The target date for reopening of the clinic is October 30th, but they said that was not a firm date. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
And we'll be back with a look at the weather.
Not just at Thanksgiving, not just at Christmas, not just when it's convenient, not just when you remember. All year long, Imperial Valley Food Bank is feeding the hungry, because hunger is a year-round problem. Help the Imperial Valley Food Bank be the solution. Visit ivfoodbank.org. Be part of the solution.
Here's George Gale with the weather update.
The high temperature yesterday, 92 degrees. The overnight low this morning, 64. National Weather Service says the warm and dry weather will continue today before a low pressure system sweeps a cold front through the region over the weekend. For Saturday, gusty winds will impact the area, particularly across the southeast California. Chances for showers will also begin later Saturday before peaking on Sunday, mainly across the higher terrain areas. Temperatures will turn much cooler starting on Sunday, lasting through at least the early next week, with the afternoon highs only in the 70s across the lower desert communities. The rest of the next week looks to remain cooler than normal, with dry conditions likely prevailing through the entire week. Weather forecast calling for sunny skies today, highs right near 92, west to southwest winds at around 5 miles per hour. Mostly clear skies tonight, overnight lows around 67, south to southwest winds at around 5 miles per hour. Saturday, a patchy blowing dust after 4 p.m. Sunny skies, highs right near 89. Windy conditions, west to southwest wind 5 to 15 miles per hour, increasing to 15 to 25 miles per hour in the afternoon. Winds could gust as high as 35 miles per hour. And right now we're looking at 64 degrees, 60% the relative humidity. The page 2 of the local news brought to you by the Imperial Valley Food Bank, fighting hunger in Imperial County since 1991. Become a hunger warrior. Contact the Imperial Valley Food Bank at 760-370-0966.
I've been telling you about the peanut patch, well, for a couple of weeks now, but actually for a couple of years. And those who have visited the Peanut Patch know what I'm saying. The Peanut Patch in Yuma, open Monday through Saturday. And the Peanut Patch with many homemade chocolates. They also make their own fresh English toffee, pecan turtles made from scratch. The Peanut Patch. So many great things. A great place to visit. You're going to love the store. You're going to love the people at the Peanut Patch in Yuma. And they've got a variety of gift packs that can be shipped to almost anywhere in the world. What a great gift idea. You'll find the Peanut Patch in Yuma. Well, if you just Google the Peanut Patch, you'll get directions, and it's easy, and it's fun. Don't forget the Peanut Patch in Yuma. Stop by and say hi.
And it's time for the Sports World Roundup, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best of care. Major League Baseball playoff action, American League Championship Series played yesterday. The Astros defeated the Yankees 3-2. Houston now leads that series 2-0. The American League taking the day off today. It's the National League's turn. National League Championship Series, Game 3 is this afternoon. Padres at the Phillies in Philadelphia. That series tied at a game apiece. High school football was yesterday, Thursday night football. Well, I got some tonight as well. Yesterday's Thursday night game, Brawley defeated Kxo 42-8. Games being played today. Palo Verde at Southwest. You'll hear that one on KXO AM 1230 and the KXO YouTube channel. Central at Imperial. That game will be heard on the KXO website, KXOradio.com. Other games being played tonight, Holtville at Vincent Memorial and Maranatha Christian at Calipatria. We'll have NFL news in just a minute.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Brawley, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all of Pioneer's services, visit pmhd.org today.
And in the NFL, major trade yesterday. The Panthers traded star running back Christian McCaffrey to the 49ers in exchange for 4 draft picks. NFL's Thursday night game, it was the Cardinals over the Saints 42-34. Games played this weekend, the ones that we will have. The Texans at the Raiders will be Sunday afternoon. That'll be heard on FM 107.5, the Raiders station for the Imperial Valley. Sunday night football, Steelers at the Dolphins. Monday night football, the Bears at the Patriots. They will both be aired on KXO AM 1230. And on the NBA scoreboard, Bucks beat the 76ers 76ers 90-88. Clippers beat the Lakers 103-97. That's a look at sports. So sports brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District.
Since 1901, Imperial Printers Rocket Copy has provided the finest printing and copying services from start to finish. When you choose Imperial Printers Rocket Copy, you can feel confident in our expertise and personal attention to your project. We have a team of professional graphic designers ready to take your ideas and make them a reality. From promotional merchandise, full-color brochures, blueprints, and high-speed copies to business forms and everything else in between, Imperial Printers Rocket Copy offers dependable and affordable quality printing. Thank you for choosing locally owned and operated Imperial Printers Rocket Copy. We have convenient locations near you at 430 West Main Street and 100 South 11th Street in El Centro and 184 South Plaza in Brawley.
And it's time for the financial news and weather, brought to you by Southwest Security, locally owned company protecting you and your property. Southwest Security also offers live scan fingerprinting to the public. On the business side, Wall Street's main indexes opened lower on Friday this morning as Snap Inc.'s forecast of no revenue growth in the lucrative holiday quarter sparked a sell-off in social media companies, with galloping U.S. Treasury yields adding to the losses. Meanwhile, a report on the Federal Reserve officials to likely debate how to signal plans to approve a smaller increase in December limited the losses. Dow Jones Industrial Average fell 42.4 points, or 0.14%, to open at 30,291.18. S&P 500 fell 8.7%, or 8.7 points, to 0.24% at the open, to 3657.1. NASDAQ Composite dropped 38.8 points, or 0.37%, to open at 10,576.037 at the opening bell. Got your weather coming up.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. I've been providing private security locally for more than 20 years and have owned Southwest Security for more than 6.5 years. I'm proud to announce that we have over 250 employees working here in Imperial and Coachella Valley. Last year, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. P.O. Box service to you. Also located at Southwest Security at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro. If you're in the need for security services, please call us at Southwest Security at 760-970-4500. That's 970-4500.
And we expect sunny skies today. Highs right near 92. West to southwest winds at around 5 miles per hour. Winds will kick up over the weekend. A chance of rain, and temperatures will be much cooler on into next week. The financial news and weather brought to you by Southwest Security Services. They offer 24-hour-a-day post office boxes at Southwest Postal on the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
At Burgers and Beer, our customers are like family. Let's hear what a few of them have to say about us.
They have great weekday specials.
I like the friendly environment, the friendly staff, the cold beer, and the best wings in town.
Burgers and Beer, what I like about Burgers and Beer, the menu, everything on the menu is great. I'm working my way through the menu. My favorite thing right now is the grilled tuna chipotle sandwich. That's what I had yesterday, and it was delicious.
So come and see us and find out for yourself at Burgers and Beer.
It's 8 o'clock at KXO El Centro, California.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. Trump's former advisor, Steve Bannon, is at federal court in Washington awaiting sentencing after he was convicted of defying a subpoena from January 6th investigators. He's chosen not to make a statement inside, but had plenty to say to reporters as he entered this morning.
This illegitimate regime, their judgment day is on 8 November, when the Biden administration ends.
Bannon convicted of 2 counts of contempt of Congress. Prosecutors are asking for 6 months in jail. President Biden says the first bill in the new Congress, if his party holds the House and expands its majority in the Senate, will be a measure codifying abortion rights. But how big would that Senate majority need to be? White House correspondent Stephen Portnoy takes a look.
At a fundraiser in Philadelphia, Mr. Biden said Democrats actually need 53 Senate votes to get his agenda through by overcoming objections to busting the filibuster. To obtain a 53-seat Senate majority, Democrats would essentially have to run the table, hold on to their seats in Georgia, Nevada, and Arizona, and pick up Republican-held seats in Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, and either Ohio or Florida.
Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin has spoken with his Russian counterpart for the first time in months. Correspondent Cami McCormick reports.
In a short statement, the Pentagon said only that Austin spoke with Sergei Shoigu to emphasize the importance of maintaining lines of communication amid the ongoing war in Ukraine. Ukraine's president had just called on the West to warn Russia not to blow up a huge dam in the south of the country. He's accused Russia of planting mines. Ukrainian forces are on the verge of winning a major battle in the area.
Pediatric emergency rooms are filling up with young children sick with a more intense version of the common cold. Correspondent Omar Villafranca has the details.
At Connecticut Children's Medical Center, doctors are slammed with the surge in RSV cases. Dr. John Brancato says every inch of the emergency room is filled.
We're having patients in hall beds. We're using our orthopedic room. We're using other treatment rooms as much as possible.
RSV cases typically peak in December to mid-February. But this month, the hospital has more RSV cases than any other respiratory illness, including COVID.
A lot of the patients that we're seeing now are sicker.
2 bariatric groups have just updated guidelines for weight loss surgery in response to growing levels of obesity in the U.S. The new standards will vastly increase the number of people eligible for the procedure. The Dow is up 142 points. This is CBS News.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance, so you only pay for what you need. Visit libertymutual.com to learn more.
Stream now, pay never with Pluto TV. Subscriptions and fees don't exist. Showtime! With hundreds of live channels and thousands of movies on demand, all streaming free on Pluto TV. Stream now, pay never.
Would you like a cleaning product that can be used in the garage, the laundry, and the kitchen, and save space in your cabinet? Hi, I'm Bruce Fabrizio, inventor of Simple Green. To learn more, visit us at simplegreen.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/work. That's ZipRecruiter.com/work.
We have breaking news from Washington. Our Scott McFarland just tweeting that Steve Bannon has been sentenced to 4 months in prison for contempt of Congress. There's a new development in the water crisis in Jackson, Mississippi. Here's CBS's Jim Krasula.
The U.S. Environmental Protection Agency has started an investigation into whether Mississippi state agencies discriminated against the state's majority black capital city by refusing to fund improvements for its long-troubled water system. The federal agency could withhold money from the state if it finds wrongdoing.
And something new from the Beatles.
In the town where I was born.
Before Ringo's sunny, upbeat version of Yellow Submarine, there was John Lennon's stripped-down ballad.
In the place where I was born.
The original working version and the start of another Beatles favorite, both released today.
Got to get you into my life.
Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Did you know there's a conservative advocacy and benefits organization with over 2 million members and counting? It's AMAC, the Association of Mature American Citizens. Here are 3 reasons why you should consider joining AMAC right now. First, AMAC saves you money. From discounts on travel and lodging, cell phones and plans, access to insurance products, and more. Joining AMAC is a powerful tool against inflation. Second, with a bi-monthly magazine, daily website content, podcasts with America's thought leaders, and an app that delivers insightful coverage of the issues that matter most, AMAC is a trusted source of information. And third, the reason that people say is their favorite, is that AMAC fights for your conservative values on Capitol Hill. With more than 2 million members, AMAC is a voice that cannot be ignored, working tirelessly to preserve the freedom secured by our Constitution. Go to amac.us/liberty and join today. That's amac.us/liberty. amac.us/liberty.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio.
I put my pants on, just like the rest of you, one leg at a time.
With George Gale.
Except, once my pants are on, I make gold records.
AM 1230.
I could have used a little more cowbell.
KXO.
1230 KXO.